Okay, as I get the audio all back on. There we go. And we're
I'm
back.
stressed.
Sorry
I am
about that,
stressed.
guys, but we are back. So,
Really fast.
Cora, if you could remind us, what was it that you said?
Um, she told probably Magna just get him here inside now, be as safe as you can, and then just look directly at Thespis.
Okay. So, Thespis is a million miles away, and you are able to hazard a guess where you know where they've gone
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
battlefield.
yeah,
They are in a trauma response right now,
yeah.
and you can tell that they are shaking. They are hardly breathing, which, considering they're a god, like,
Doesn't really have to. It's
yeah,
just it's stressful.
yeah.
Um,
Um,
where was Thespis grabbed
do you mean
in?
Amir?
No, Thespis. I mean Thespis.
Thesp-
In the memory of when Thespis died,
Thespis
where were
got
they
grabbed
grabbed?
by the hair and then stabbed in the chest.
Okay, Cora would remember that.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
Um, she is going to very gently, again, on the shoulder, just gently tap, just to kind of ground, bring Thespis back. Just, hey,
That's, and you see just
it's okay.
tears.
Don't, you don't have to fight. No one's gonna make you. No one's expecting you to.
And you just hear shouting from outside. You hear the dwarves barking orders. You hear people following. You hear the monsters. You hear blades. And you hear Birin shouting from a distance for Amir, as if something is keeping her from getting to him.
Yeah.
Magna, you go outside
Mm-hmm.
and you see that Amir is struggling. His arm, there is blood all over his robes. His entire face is scratched and bruised. He is soaking wet. You can tell, like, as he's moving, you can tell that, like, ribs are probably broken. There might be something with his back. Like, he is just hardly able to get up, but
Fucked
he
up.
is trying. And you do see a monster charging. You are relatively close to the door if you want to try and drag him inside.
Cora flat out told you get him here inside. That is what
Yeah,
she said.
yeah, he's gonna do exactly as was asked, and he's.
Okay.
This is a. Oh God. Hmm. It's a. Oh God, because when things like that happen, you're not supposed to pick people up because you can make it worse.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Or he might get chomped.
That's true.
Might get eaten and forgotten. So,
Which is
what do you-
worse?
yeah.
You also do have multiple healers in town, which can probably
Yeah.
heal it if he survives.
You just have to get him out of that.
Hmm.
But what would Magna do?
Energy.
He's gonna. Oh my God.
I am going to take this as a Magna has a bit of a panic and freezes.
Well, I was literally about to say. Magna's gonna stand in front of the monster.
You fucking piece of shit.
Dumbass.
Alright.
You,
I was worried
I was literally trying to think of the best thing, and honestly, to stand there.
okay, and that's
Is-
what Magna does.
Yeah, this is probably a really shitty idea, but he's gonna stand there.
You put yourself in between Amir and the charging creature, and you feel someone grab your pant leg,
Oh no.
and it's a weak grasp, and you hear it slightly like gurgled as if like Amir's coughing stuff up, and it's just, you need to get inside, Magna.
Oh, Jenny.
Yes, I.
Jenny's wants to.
So, because as soon as she heard the stuff with Amir, she would have gone outside.
Oh!
Fuck! I don't know if she went outside
God.
too.
I don't know if
she
it
went
picked up on my.
outside.
I don't know if it picked up in my mic, but I did
No.
say that she immediately went outside.
Did
Oh, I think, yeah, I do. Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay, so
The thing is, I can assume that she's hearing the fucking massive ass things. Fireball.
okay, all right.
I'm so stressed.
They are.
I know, I'm also stressed.
They are okay. Cast
like
fireball.
shaking.
Roll to hit. They are huge enough. I won't make you roll at disadvantage.
Oh fuck, it's cocked. Hold on.
I'm legitimately shaking.
Okay.
I'm so stressed about it here.
Still attack, so +6. So
Oh,
that's
you
a
and me both,
17.
pal. You and me both.
What?
17.
That hits.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Thank God.
Roll damage.
Actually, no, it's not a 2-hit spell. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so I roll.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
Oh, you
Oh,
should be
it's
fucking
fireball.
counting your lucky
Fireball
stars
is
that these shits do not have good decks.
they're big. Makes sense.
Oh, you know, I don't know. I'm feeling a little.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it failed. That was a 4.
All right,
Oh.
cool.
Shit.
Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
shit,
I need more
okay.
d6s.
This is
That's
my
a lot of
Okay,
damage.
I
okay.
need more d6s.
This is
Hold
my
on.
Amir die, so
3, 4,
That's a lot of damage for a 5th level character to put out.
5,
Oh my god.
6.
well, there's a reason the wizards always cast
86, I
fireball.
think?
Yeah, right? Yeah, right?
I don't have enough d6s with me, so
How many d6s more do you need?
I need one more.
One more. I got you. Do you want Isabel?
Yep, give me Isabel.
All right, this is the first fight after almost 4 entire sessions.
Ah,
The thing is,
combat.
as soon as she hears that
stupid.
shit, she's like, absolutely not. Absolutely
should-
fucking not.
I love every time Chelsea runs in there. It's like, ooh, she plane hopped
Right.
at the top of the screen.
That's really fucking good. Of course,
Yes,
Isabel
yes,
rolls
yes,
a 1.
yes, 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 yes.
Of course, Isabel rolls a fucking 1. Okay,
Okay,
so that's
thanks.
3 6s.
Oh shit.
So that's
Oh shit.
12, 18. And then 5, so 23. 3, so 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31 points of damage.
Yeah.
Holy shit, yes!
That's our girl.
I
That's
love
our
it.
Girl.
I love to see it.
You cast fireball, and Magna, you don't even realize that Ivor's there until you see this massive warmth. And you look over and you just see Ivor standing there with just this massive fucking fireball building. It shoots and it hits the charging creature that's just galloping, and it just right in the chest. And you hear it just give this like this strained, as it like stumbles back from the hit. And that gives you enough time as it just smoke and just billowing off of it, and it looks up at you and you see the red ring. But it's like,
Oh! I fucking knew it! Yes! Oh no!
and it like
Ugh.
backs off, and you see like it's almost like
Targeting.
the red ring is there, but there's something else. Like it's flickering. And Magna, you saw the flickering when Amir was fighting it with Gideon.
Mm.
And the creature just like, you know, it's very like making noises almost like a bucking horse, the noises. And at that point you hear Winter like, you know, oh no you don't, and then you see her jump and run up its back, and Winter is now on top of it.
Fucking of course.
And she now starts barking orders, and when Winter looks at you, her eyes are black from rim to rim. Get him inside
So
now!
gay.
Oh my god!
God, I'm so gay.
Hello!
What's that bitch?
And she snaps at you to get Amir inside now. As
Okay.
she grabs the gun, you
There's
see
two
her
people now.
with her bare hand grab the monster's mouth, pull up. You see her hand start to bleed as she just shoves the gun, and you just hear her start firing her gun right into the monster's mouth.
Oh my god.
You, Chelsea.
Is she?
I called dibs. No.
I'm more interested in her fucking subclass. That's all I care about right now.
So at that point, you do see like the fight continuing to brew around, and you have been ordered to get Amir inside.
Against my better judgment, I kind of want to pick him up.
Okay. You pick him up, and like he
Bring him
clenches onto you, and you
Yeah, I
can
know.
tell that he is like gritting his teeth.
So much pain.
On my fucking new clothes, but I don't give a shit. We're gonna.
That's Amir's fault. I don't think he wanted
You know, who cares? Who cares? I don't. It's fine.
If it
Whatever.
was anyone else, I'd care, but it's Amir.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm literally just gonna take him just straight upstairs.
Okay. All right.
Just go straight, like right upstairs.
While all of this is happening,
Yes, we're gonna go back inside.
Cora would have looked at Thespis. Just, you want to help, right? Go upstairs. In my bag, there are some pastries that Amir made. Go get them.
Okay. And they're already gone. They are already running upstairs.
Yeah.
And
Like something I can do.
yes,
something I can do.
That's the whole reason that Cora said it. That's the whole reason that Cora did it.
Yeah. So while Thespis is upstairs, getting the bag, that is about when Magna, and I assume Magna, you also like Ivor, you would hear Magna and Amir pass you.
Mm-hmm.
You would also probably hear Winter's voice again, just, get inside now! It's like this barking order that you can tell. This is...
Just like, why are you outside?
This is nigh military. Like...
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are kind of commanded to go inside. Ivor, do you go inside? The guard has it. Well, I mean, as far as you know, you don't know. But Amir and Magna are now inside.
Fancy shit.
I know, it's a tough decision.
I legitimately have a D2.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I don't know. So 1 she goes inside, 2 she doesn't.
Okay.
It's a 2.
Okay. So
Oh, God damn it!
goes inside. So,
She's gonna hang out by the door
Oh,
in case she needs to.
Winter's about to get
listening.
pissed.
all right.
Winter's gonna get pissed.
You hear, like, after just gunfire after gunfire after gunfire after gunfire, you do hear the creature start to stumble, and you hear a loud crash. And Winter just kind of, like, fucking dodge rolls off of it as the monster now lays motionless. That one, at least. Ivor, you wouldn't see, but Winter's entire hand is McFucked up. But she is not processing pain. She is not...
Some super soldier bullshit.
Winter, I will say, Winter would charge you and wrap an arm around you and carry your ass. Actually, she'd probably actually scoop you up and throw you over her shoulder. Ivor, you are now over Winter's shoulder as she kicks open the door.
Fucking
I
frustrating.
can
said-
help.
oh,
Let
you
me
said-
help.
Dear, you are not on the guard. You are going inside.
I'm not in the guard, so I clearly don't have to listen to you.
Oh, you smartass. And like you can... Winter is now in the tavern because she kicked open the door. You hear it crack off the hinges a bit. Winter puts you down, and you feel it's her dry hand, and it's not a firm grab. It's like almost a cup.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a cup, and she grabs your face, and she's like, I need you here to keep an eye on Amir. That's an order.
I can't do anything to help him.
Emotional support. We are getting our asses kicked out there.
So let me help.
We have been doing this for years. And I don't want you getting hurt. Here, this is what we'll do. You stay here, okay? What I want you to do is you can stay in the doorway. You can fire from the doorway. But stay within the radius of the tavern. Please.
Okay.
You can still do damage and you'll be safe. I feel like that's a compromise.
Okay.
And she kind of like cups again, gives a pat. Let's kick their asses. And she books it back outside.
I want Winter to love her so much.
Winter's so stressed. She's like,
God.
So Magna, you take Amir upstairs.
Yeah.
Cora
Okay.
follows after.
Okay, cool.
I have a thing.
Oh, you have one of the pastries.
No.
Oh.
I have a thing.
A thing?
A thing!
I have a thing.
What thing do you have?
I have
Share the
hands of
body.
healing.
All right! Yeah!
The only person in the party with a healing spell.
The healing spell.
I have hands of
I have-
healing.
monk.
I have some spells, but not
Yeah,
that.
right. The monk. Give me.
I
Give
have
me
some
the-
spells, just
Yeah,
no
just
healing
I
none.
love
spells.
Magna so much. Okay, Magna.
Okay.
So what do you do? Do you like put Amir on the bed? What do you do?
Oh yeah, I'm putting him right down on the bed that was previously
Drop him on
Cora's,
the
but is
ground.
now mine.
Okay.
But he's gonna be gentle and put him down.
Okay. All right. So how does that spell work?
It says at 3rd level, your mystical touch can mend wounds. As an action, you can spend 1 key point to touch a creature and restore a number of hit points equal to a roll of your martial arts die and your wisdom modifier.
All right. Go ahead and roll.
So,
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
oh, do I have to roll for it? Oh, it just
Yeah.
says I can spend a
Okay.
key point.
Yeah. Okay. Then you just add numbers. You
It
don't have to
sounded like-
roll anything.
Well, it
It
says,
sounded like you had to roll it.
yeah, well, it says restore a number of hit points equal to a roll of your martial arts die and your wisdom modifier.
Okay,
And I'm
so-
guessing,
Yeah, that's only.
Roll
What
your
the-
martial
what the
arts die, and
what the fuck is a martial arts die? That's the thing. Is
Would
It's
be-
the. I think it's like D8. I think.
I think it's a D8.
No. Oh, yeah, okay.
Cool.
Played a
Um,
monk all of one time, and I didn't do anything. And wisdom modifier? If I can read? Can I read? Hello? Oh, I'm not even on the right page.
Wrinkles on.
I wasn't even on the right page,
It's
so
the
that
stress.
explains where
Wrinkles revoked.
that explains where my head's at. Oh
Just
shit.
a mirror.
That is an 8. I rolled an 8 on that.
8.
And
Oh,
it was
nice.
+2, so 10.
Okay, 10. All right.
Nice. 10 points.
So Amir is laying on the bed. You can see, like, he is stifling screams
Yeah, he's in
as
so much
he's
pain.
being moved.
Mhm.
His arm isn't moving. He is clutching his ribs. His eyes are tight, but you can see tears are like still escaping as he has like moved to grit. He has started to like actually like he shoved a part of his clerical robe into his mouth to like
Oh.
bite on.
Oh.
You can tell this is not his first rodeo. And he kind of grabs at his ribs, and at about the time that you lay your hands on him, and you see him just kind of like tense a bit, he still is just gritting his robes, just blood from the arm wound, blood that he coughed up, the blood on it, and he's just gritting it, but you see that he's kind of, his muscles aren't as tense.
Yeah.
It's at about
awesome.
this point that Thespis charges in with one of the pastries, and just like sees Thespis Thespis sees Magna like right there.
Yeah.
And Thespis just Magna, give this to him. And
He's
hands
gonna
him-
take it, and he's gonna just start breaking like little pieces off,
Okay.
and like trying to get him to eat it.
Yeah. Amir's eyes are closed. Like you see, he's kind of like trying not to be here. He is like trying to
Yeah.
be anywhere
He's in
else.
so much pain.
He's in so much pain.
Yeah.
Please, God, let me pass out.
Yeah, please just let me pass out, please. I just don't want to. And he like opens his eyes and like sees like you right there with it, and like Amir realizes what it is.
Yeah.
Realizes that eating
Yeah,
it
I hope so.
would lessen the pain.
Yeah.
And so like moves his hands from his ribs and like takes it and like kind of just like shoves it in his mouth,
Yeah.
And
The
you
whole
can
thing.
tell that he has covered his mouth because the pain now has him nauseated. And he also hit his
Yeah,
head.
I figured.
He hit his head
Yeah, I know.
very hard.
Yeah.
So maybe a concussion. And he's just like shoving it into his mouth.
Try not to throw up.
Yeah. Back outside, Ivor, you hear more calls to action from Walter and Winter. You feel, it doesn't feel magic, but something about the Dwyer's changed. And you know it's not magic. Whatever's happened to them is of no magical base. You're not feeling that sort of shift. But it's all in their energy, all in their shouts, all in the way that Winter grabbed you, which lacked the tenderness and warmth that it did earlier. It was pure intention. You hear, shouts coming from Richard, shouts coming from Claudius. You don't see what's going on. You're just hearing chaos. And after a while, you hear someone shout. It is a voice that you recognize. It is Dalavash. Calls out to you. Fire ahead of you.
Do it immediately.
All right. So you roll a dex. And as you build up your charge, you hear another, something coming towards you. Okay, cool. It hits. Roll damage.
I mean, it would hit anyway, but it just wouldn't do as much
It's gonna do
damage.
full damage.
Oh, thank God! Yay!
Oh, thank God, Isabel. Oh my God, that's a lot of fucking sixes.
Yeah.
Jeez,
That's
no,
what
I
I
didn't.
needed,
No,
baby.
listen. No, Chelsea, come in here. I need you to look at this without me touching it. I have
A
one
picture.
4.
I wanna.
I have
wanna
one
fucking
4,
see.
1 5, and the rest of them are fucking sixes.
Oh!
Oh!
I swear to God.
Jenny, I need you to take a picture of this. I want to see with my eyeballs.
Oh wow, that's a lot of sixes.
Please
Take
Wait,
a
hold on.
picture.
2,
Take
4,
a picture.
6
Wanna
sixes
see.
out of 8 dice.
Holy
I want to
shit, dude.
see with my eyeballs.
Okay. Fuck. Okay, so that's 12, 24, 36,
Holy shit.
40, 45 points of damage.
Oh my God.
You hear the creature
Fuck them sixes, dude.
let out what's basically a scream, and then you hear it trip over itself, and it collapse, not even far from the tavern, and it's out.
My God.
And you hear from the distance, you hear from the distance in a voice that sounds so different. You can imagine what it would normally sound like. Walter hollering at a girl. But it doesn't sound jovial.
Like Walter.
It doesn't sound it sounds like sinister almost. And the fight continues. And not long after, you hear things die down. Ollie is crying to be let in
Ollie's
for
like,
attention.
hello.
You hear the fight.
Dad.
You hear the fight die down, and you hear footsteps approaching you, Ivor. And you feel good job out there. And then,
Is everyone okay?
we'll be all right. The Dwyers, you feel Winter. You know it's Winter's arm kind of wraps around you and leads you inside. It feels very. If you've ever been escorted out of a situation by a guard, that's how it feels. It's not the way that Winter would have her arm around you earlier. It's not the same arms you recognize when dancing, but you know it's Winter, and you know the intention to protect you is there. It just feels different. You are led inside, and you hear, the Winter escorted you in. you hear another set of footsteps that you assume to be Walter. And you hear the sound of footsteps that were already inside, that had gone in before you, already charging up the stairs.
Yeah.
And,
Viren.
Huh?
Viren.
Well, she hasn't come in yet.
Oh, okay.
Three.
And out of about, after a moment, you do hear like voices outside. You do hear the heavy sound of pounding feet in armor running into the tavern.
Cora at that point would go into the room she was in.
Yeah. After Thespis dropped off the pastry, Thespis did kind of vanish.
Yeah.
Cora, when you go into that room, you see Thespis curled in a ball, tucked in a corner. One hand over their mouth, one hand holding their head, just buried into their knees. And you can tell that Thespis is gone, especially considering you see they are grabbing their own hair right at the top of their head.
Yeah.
As they have shoved their own head into their knees. So, Amir is slowly just bits, and sometimes he has to cough, and you see that like the more he eats, the less blood he's coughing up. You see that his arm is starting to kind of heal over. He's actually able to move his hand. But you can tell he is still like, pupils are a little dilated. From the hard ass hit to the head. Mm-hmm. Because again, he did crack into the stone fountain.
Oh yeah.
And then also the edge of the building. So
he's not allowed to go out for guard duty for the next week.
No.
Magna, you hear, as you're like over Amir, just making sure he's okay, you do hear footsteps. Not heavy footsteps, but moderate panicked footsteps up, and you hear a like against the wall, and then the door flies open. You look over, and Dimitri, who is sweating bullets, like stumbles, and he is just like, his hands are out, and he feels you, and you see that he knows you're there, but he's not.
He's gonna take Dimitri's hands and he's gonna gently help them.
Yeah.
Just Amir's like maybe wrist. It's probably the safest spot.
Yeah. And like Dimitri kind of grabs Amir's wrist, and you can tell that Dimitri is shaking so bad that Amir's arm is now starting to shake. As
Magna's gonna put an arm around Dimitri.
Dimitri.
This started so awkward with them too.
I know. Wow, character development in one session. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
They care about the same man.
They do. They really do.
So Dimitri.
It's always been Amir.
It's always been Amir. What started their awkward interactions? The towels. What started their bonding? Amir.
Amir. That's true.
Honestly.
Yeah. Dimitri kind of just like rubs. Very similar to what Amir's go-to is the thumb. You see Dimitri doing that, and it's like, it's okay. They can't get you in here. It's okay. And you can tell that he's like saying that more for himself than Amir. And you have an arm around Dimitri, and that's about the time that you hear the clank, 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 clank.
Here comes the wife.
Here comes the wife.
Here comes the wife.
The wife who...
The only person who can actually help him.
Yeah.
Right now.
The creatures had managed to keep her away, and now they are dead.
Nothing keeps her away now.
Yeah. Birin comes in. Cora, you would also, as you're entering the room and look over at Thespis, that's about the time that you hear Birin's
boom, boom,
charging
boom.
up the stairs.
Cora would just shout to her just towards the room.
Yeah, just like
she knows exactly where Birin's going.
And you see, as she's running, she is just with the grace you would see the grace of a rogue. She is just unhooking her armor as she's running. Like, she is just tossing shit aside as she just, like, pushes in and, like, gets in. She sees Magna and Dimitri, and she goes around.
Like, fuck off.
Yeah, so she goes, like, she gets, and she's also big. She can make big steps. So she gets around to the other side of the bed, and she kneels down, and you see her just, like, looking over a mirror and realizing that you've already fed him the scone. And that he's kind of, like, you see him, like, as if, you know, that thing where it's like, okay, you're anxious, list how many things you see, list how many things you smell, and you see he's, like,
A way to ground.
you see that he's kind of, like, looking around and, like, making note of everything he's seeing as if he's, like, grounding, and he almost
Don't
doesn't
pass out. Don't pass out.
yeah,
Don't pass out.
because he knows if he falls asleep he might not wake up, so he is, like, counting everything, and then he kind of processes what's happening around him, and he realizes that Dimitri and Magna and Birin are all there. And he kind of shifts idly to, like, grab Dimitri's hand, and, like, hold his hand. And in true Amir fashion, who is covered in what are now scars and blood, just it's okay, it's okay, I'm okay. And he's, like, kind of shaking Dimitri's hand. I'm okay. And, like, he kind of puts a hand on the side of Birin's face, and you see he is now comforting everyone else.
Motherfucker's gonna
love him,
lose
but
his
God
shin
damn it.
privileges, I swear. Shin privileges revoked.
And Ivor, you are downstairs with the Dwyers, and you do hear Dalavash come in. Just in case they need a little more healing. As the druid kind of...
Druid. I got so excited when he said mines earlier.
I know.
She is a druid sorcerer, actually, so...
Oh,
that's
so cool.
sexy.
Sorry.
We're here for
Don't
it.
mind me. I love Dalavash. So much.
She very calmly, with the grace of a woman who has probably been in...
Seen so much shit.
She's seen so much shit.
The grace of a nanny who's like, do not freak out the other children
Yes.
because one of them got hurt.
Yes.
Everything's fine.
That is-
We're just gonna walk upstairs.
I can fix
Don't worry about
It's
it.
fine.
That is exactly what's happening. And Wallace kind of, like, comes out, and you hear footsteps come out. Go. Oh, God, Walter, Winter, you guys need to sit down. And Walter's, I'm fine. I've walked off worse. And Wallace is like, if you bleed all over my floor, I
swear to God.
can you both please, for my sake, sit down, please? And you hear, yes, sir. And you hear Walter sit. And you hear Winter sit.
I don't like it.
And Wallace is, oh, please don't call me sir. Okay.
I don't do well with authority, please.
Wallace.
Wallace is like,
Baby.
let me, maybe, I'm gonna go. And he's, like, kind of clutching at his handkerchief.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Hey,
upstairs.
Wallace?
Larkin, I'm gonna go get Larkin. I'll be right back. And he skitters off, and you hear Winter. Well, shit. Did good, Ivor.
Thank you.
Guess I shouldn't have shoved you inside.
Probably not.
Well.
She's, like, clearly a little afraid.
Yeah. You go. Don't worry. You're fine. This just happens when we fight. Give us a cool down time. We'll be back to our usual selves.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
So you two are bleeding?
Yep.
Okay. Just gets up, finds towels,
Yeah.
water, alcohol, something,
Yeah.
and then does her best. Just,
Yeah.
whatever it is, give it to me.
Like Walter puts out his arm, and Walter is just cool as stone. You grab his arm, and you just feel blood all over your hand. That this is a pretty severe wound that Walter
Probably gets a
is
little bit queasy.
not feeling.
Hmm.
It's gonna suck in the morning though.
Walter sees Ivor's face. You know, I can wait till I can.
No.
Wait.
No.
I've bled
Shut
a
up.
lot more than this. I'll be
I
fine.
don't care how much you've bled before. Let me try to fix it.
Yes, ma'am.
Cat is
Oh, god damn it! Fuck!
Stop it! Stop it, Casper!
As
Jesus Christ!
you notice any authoritative command. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Just
that's...
take
yes,
it.
ma'am.
Fucking
Oh, Jesus Christ.
these fists, Casper. They're for you. They're for you right now.
Fist
You
cup.
lost your shin privileges.
Gone. Revoked.
Revoked.
And the two of you are not going home. Okay? You're staying here until the morning so that I can at least be sure that you're okay.
You need to understand that I cannot leave my daughter home alone.
Then worst case, I will go get her.
That
Or
is.
you can come with me. I don't care. I
Yes,
don't.
ma'am.
You.
This is for you.
You.
As Ivor is bandaging, Cora, you walked in and saw Thespis curled in the tightest ball. Thespis is normally the kind of person who takes so much space,
Yeah.
and they have
And
curled
it's
themselves.
so open.
They have curled themselves into a ball tighter. You've never seen them take up such little space. And again, they have just grabbed at their own hair and have shoved their face into their knee and are just curling into themselves as if they're trying to, like, force their limbs into one. Like, just...
Oh, baby. Cora's hands. She is also shaking.
Yeah.
Her hands especially. But she kind of takes a breath and does what she always says not to do. For now. Because she knows that it's not gonna help right now. Takes a breath, kind of steadies herself, and just walks over and sits in front of Thespis.
Okay.
Because she's seen how Thespis reacts from touch. And right now she knows that's not going to be good. Just you're not alone.
You speak, and Thespis' face, like, shoots up. And it is... You thought that Thespis' face was panicked in the morning. This is hardly Thespis. There's no sparkle in their eyes. There's no sparkle in their freckles. You are seeing a god brought low. You are seeing just their ears are down. Their hair is... Their hair always seems so lively. It's almost as if their hair is dead. Like, everything about them has just shut off. And all Thespis can say in a voice that you swear you can hear in your head the source. I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter.
Cora puts her hands on her knees. She's sitting cross-legged, just places them there as an invitation if Thespis wants to take them.
And Thespis kind of just...
Not expecting anything.
Yeah. Thespis just kind of stares at you as if, like, almost like you're a stranger. Just... I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter. I'm not...
I know. It's okay. You don't have to be.
I tried.
Hey. Thespis. Mia's okay.
And they throw themselves around you, and it's a sob that you know when someone just screams, and it's a sob. It's just that into your shoulder. As every inch of Thespis is quaking, and you feel their tears, like, dampening your clothes. and their sobs are uncontrollable, and they're hicking on their breaths as they're just trying. And you see Thespis just letting it out.
Yeah. Cora follows through with the hug and very gently, not near the top where Thespis was grabbed, but just at the base of the neck, just very gently cupping and rubbing with the thumb.
And Thespis just continues to sob and just continues to let it out because they can't hold it in anymore. You do hear after a little while them trying to, is he okay?
He's okay. He's okay. He might be a little out of commission for the next week or so, but Magna, Dimitri, and Biren are there, and I heard talking from Amir before I came in here. It's okay.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, of course I can.
Can you, please, are the Dwyers downstairs?
I believe so, yeah. I think they're talking with Iva right now.
Okay. I heard Dalavash, I think. Can you redirect Dalavash to the Dwyers, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll be right back, okay?
I'll be right here.
Okay. Before she goes, she's gonna put a blanket over Thespis.
And Thespis just, pulls it. Thespis is just curled into this blanket. So, Ivor?
Claudius and Richard and Beckett and Darish, okay.
Yes, they all went home.
Of course.
Okay, because you did not mention them, and I was
sorry.
oh.
They're okay. We just got rated with 42 people.
Hey,
Hello!
Hi!
Welcome, guys! Shit!
Oh my god!
Hello! Welcome.
Well, now we have to keep going.
Yes.
Yeah!
Oh, man.
Me too! Let's go!
I still have 4 key points. What else
you got, Casper?
So-
I haven't used any of my shit!
Yeah. So let's let everyone who just joined understand what's going on.
Oh my god.
a fucking
The
lot.
players just had their first fight. The town cleric is out of commission, was very badly injured, and is on the mend. And some of the people that are now in are getting healed up. Basically, all of the NPCs that came to the tavern after the monster attack are getting patched up. And the player characters are making their rounds. So,
Yeah.
Ivor,
Mm-hmm.
you were saying something.
Talked about patching up Dwyer's.
Oh, you were asking if Dalavash and Richard and Claudius
Yes.
were okay.
You did see them
They
start
went
to
home.
walk home.
Yeah.
You saw, well, you didn't see anything. But you're able to assume that especially because the Dwyers are just sitting. And everyone kind of seems to be focusing on Amir and
She'd also be questioning them as she was patching them up.
Yeah.
So she'd probably get all of the information she needed.
So after as you're patching them up, you they do explain Richard helped Claudius home. Darish helped Beckett home. Everyone else is gonna be all right.
Okay.
So everyone else has been confirmed for okay. Cora, what do you do?
Dalavash is
In the room with Amir.
with Amir.
She's kind of
Yeah.
standing back,
Um,
kind of she realizes she doesn't really need to be there.
yeah. Just kind of very gently, just knock on the door.
Dalavash looks over. Yes.
Thespis asked if you could go check on the Dwyers.
Of
They
course.
seemed like they got pretty badly hurt.
Of course. Come with me. And Dalavash kind of gestures for you to follow. I may want you to help Ivor to her room. We will probably want to get you set up in a different room. It seems that the one that she had been staying in.
I am.
Excellent. Okay. And as you go downstairs, what you see is Walter and Winter sitting rigid, like stone. Their eyes black rim to rim. There is no personality. There is no warmth. There is no cracking jokes to lighten the mood. There's no, I'm alright, don't you? You'll quit your fussing. It's just, you probably come downstairs to hear Walter say to Ivor, Richard helped Claudius home. Durish helped Becca home. They're alright, ma'am. In a tone that you have never heard from either of the Dwyers. And you come downstairs and Winter, her eyes move towards you. And there's no howdy. There's no wave. It's an examining look. Almost like she's processing how much of a threat you might be. But she doesn't get up. She just looks at you. And looks at Dalabash. Saints are getting patched up then, ma'am. And Dalabash, you just hear, it's different hearing that from you, Winter. Doesn't exactly suit you. And she kind of leans her cane, her walking stick against the wall. And kind of pulls up her skirt a little bit so she can kneel down in front of Winter. Cora, you see the Dwyers, you can tell that teeth went through muscle. Teeth may have hit bone. You see bruising, busted lip, bleeding nose. You can tell they've coughed up some blood. No pain. Nothing. As Dalavash, in a way that seems a little cold for her, mostly out of perhaps discomfort, starts to heal up Winter. And Dalavash looks over to you, Ivor. Ivor, my dear, I have this covered. If you could please do me a favor and go get some rest, I assure you, I will make sure that these two get a bed here. And I will personally, and you see her put a finger up towards the Dwyers, retrieve Lily myself. If either of you think that I am incapable of that, then I ask you to stop me. And you just see, no ma'am. Good. Ivor. And you feel the warm hand of Dalavash kind of grab your hand. You did very good. Thank you. Now go get some rest, please. You did a great job. She kind of pats your arm. You deserve it. And she looks over to you. She looks over to you, Cora, and
yeah,
for you to come get Ivor.
Yeah, she would.
So you end up getting escorted back to the room that Thespis is in. Is that the room you take Ivor
probably
to?
not the one. Nah, no.
Okay.
Not with us was the way that they are.
Okay.
Probably would find another room if there is one.
There are a handful of other rooms.
Because we all each had a room, so probably the one that... No, because there's no bed in that one.
We took the bed out of that. Wait. I thought the one without the bed was the one that's now...
The pillow fort.
The pillow fort. So there's still a room with a bed.
Yes. So she'd take her to that one.
Okay. So you take Ivor into a room. Magna, you're standing over, looking at a mirror, and a mirror is comforting you all clearly in a way to comfort himself. This is him coping with his situation. And eventually at some point he kind of has comforted Dimitri. And you could tell by Dimitri's face that, Amir's talking. Amir's this is okay. You can tell by Birin that she's not surprised. But she has a hand, pulling back, and you see most of the time when healers heal wounds, it will heal over the scar, meaning that the scar won't be there. Especially very good healers. It'll just perfectly heal. But whatever these creatures are, you just see rigid scarring. That not even any sort of healer, monk, cleric, paladin, it still scars. But it heals. Just not as effectively. Amir like kind of takes Dimitri's hand and like kind of puts it like a little bit like on his shoulder so that he can take the hand that's closest to you, Magna, and reach out for your hand. Takes your hand and he looks at you, and just for a moment it's just the two of you. He's just, once again, just in the nick of time, huh?
I'm so sorry.
No. And like Amir kind of just like reaches up and like kind of like strains to like put his teeny hand on your big face. Yeah. And just, you got me out of there. Thank you. I'll be fine. He's kind of just like little thumb. I wanted to see your new clothes. I did not mean to ruin them.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
I love Amir.
I can mend them in the morning.
Don't. It's fine. It's okay.
I have a feeling I'll be staying the night. And you see him kind of like trying to do like rational thinking.
It's fine.
His brain's a little scrambled. And at about that point, Dimitri pats like Mir's, like puts a hand, like he stands up, and he kind of like puts a hand between your shoulder blades, Magna. It's like, keep an eye on him. I'm going to go get something.
Okay.
I have a feeling that we'll need towels. And it's like you can tell he was like trying to lighten the mood.
A little bit of a joke.
But he doesn't even have it in him. Like he
No.
tried, but he doesn't have it in him.
I do appreciate it though. And
he just let it flop. He's like,
whatever.
Not
I
even
appreciate
try
it.
right now.
Dimitri leaves you all with leaves you with Biren and Amir. And Biren looks to you, Magna, and you see that like you could tell that her eyes were glossed over, like from tears, but she seems to kind of like be calming down. And she just kind of reaches over, puts her hand, which to most people would be huge, but to you is actually like about,
Normal
like
sized. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
normal
it's
sized.
about regular size.
yeah, and just thank you.
Yes, anyone would have done it.
Well, not anyone, but you did. So thank you.
Are you okay?
I'll be fine. She kind of like where her
God,
arm
I
had
love
been.
her.
I do. I love Biren.
God, I love
We've only
you, Red.
interacted with her, I think, once, and this is the only time, but I love her.
God,
This
I
is the
love you,
first time
Red.
any of us have interacted with Biren. I want to bring
Well,
this
I
up.
gave Viren a hug the second day.
True.
While
true.
she was wearing her giant dragon nightgown.
Right after
Hell
she woke
yeah,
up.
Sar in her
She's like,
90s.
Ooh, scandalous. Ooh.
One of only two in Nexilis, so
Scandalous.
so salacious. So you end up kind of staying there, and Amir has gotten like a hold on your hand. You can tell that there's no intention on him of letting go of your hand.
While he's kind of doing that, Magna's just gonna silently just like, I shouldn't have let go the first time.
Oh, what the fuck? Ah!
That was good. That was
Ow! But also,
I've
fuck
been
you.
thinking about that ever since you handed off the bag.
Bitch, I'm not even gonna lie. I literally last session the line of like I'd be remiss if I didn't dance with the god of the arts. I had been thinking about for like 20 minutes.
That's such a
before I
good
said
line.
it.
It was so good.
It was so good. I'm so
It was
proud of
really
myself.
good.
I was so proud of myself.
But there you go. Have another one.
That was
There you go.
good. Amir, just so you know, Amir has your hand. The most important part is that you took hold of it again.
And I'm not
That's
going to let
so
go this
weird.
time.
I'd hope not. And he's kind of like looking up at the ceiling. Just, it helps with the room spinning, so I would appreciate. And like at that point, like Biren is kind of like rubbing her husband's shoulder. This teeny little human Amir with his big dragonborn wife, his sort of boyfriend Furbolg, and
It's just pining. It's okay.
it's just pining. It's okay. We'll get there.
It's
We'll get there.
fine.
Fine.
And his taller than average human boyfriend downstairs gathering towels. Amir is going to be fine.
Yeah, he's set.
Yeah. As long as they can get the room to stop spinning. You
true.
do hear at some point someone come in, and it is Wallace, and you see that he is holding like a glass of water,
Wallace is so
and
stressed.
he is so stressed. In fact, Magna, I would like you to roll perception. Or no, wait, insight. Sorry, insight.
Insight? What the hell?
Oh,
One of the two, whatever's higher.
I don't know how high either of those are going to be. What was it? Perception or insight?
Yes.
Well, they're about the same.
Okay, whatever's higher.
Oh,
That
I
is
really have
12.
Okay. You are lucky that that was a 10.
Boy.
Especially because you already know what's under the handkerchief.
Yeah.
You see with this level of stress and likely how his heart has been racing,
Yeah.
you see that it's caused it to spread. And it's
Yeah.
almost, it's kind of, it hasn't gotten to his jawline, but you can see with his racing heart and the stress, you see that, and you see that the veins in his eyes have gone from red to black as he is just holding a glass of water and panically just I wasn't sure what all he needed, so I have this, and I also have, and he kind of like pulls out he has like a tray, and he has like a cup of tea, and he has like some bread, and it's just like all of these things, and it's like I don't know, Dimitri's getting towels, and Amir's, well, it's okay, thank you, you just set them by the table, please. And yeah, Wallace kind of like walks over and puts everything down and just like looks over to you, Magna. Goes, are you okay?
I think so.
Okay. Looks to Biren. Are you okay? And you see Biren, like you see her eyes go down to the neck and back up to his eyes. We're all okay. Everyone's okay. Just a little shaken up. You need rest. And Wallace says, yeah. If there's anything anyone needs,
Wallace, baby.
I'll be downstairs. I don't think I'll be sleeping tonight. So just give me a holler
Wallace.
if you need
Oh,
anything.
Wallace.
He's stressed.
And he walks out and heads downstairs. At about the same time, Dimitri kind of passes him and comes back in with just a bunch of towels, and hands one to Biren to start kind of wiping the blood off of Amir's face. Cora, you have escorted Ivor to the spare room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is a conversation had?
Oh yeah, no, she's not just dropping her off and fucking leaving.
Here you
Like
go.
that was terrifying. Just once they get into the room and they're away from everyone, just
Yeah.
Are you okay? You're muted, by the way, Jenny.
You're muted.
If you say anything, I cannot hear you.
I was trying to make sure that none of my noises of content or discontent were not distracting.
There's a lot of like ire behind discontent when you said that.
Just, yeah, I'm fine. I didn't get touched.
That's not what I mean. And you know that.
What do you mean?
Just gives her a look for like half a second. It's like, shit, wait. That was terrifying?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
I've dealt with worse.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So, Amir and 3 other people are in the room that we're normally in. So,
That's fine.
this is the other room. I have to go back to check up on Thespis, but
I'm fine.
I wanted
Don't
to
worry
make
about
sure
me.
you were okay.
Go check on
I
them.
don't believe you. I don't believe
Go
you.
check on them. I am fine.
We're all right here, so if you need anything, let us know,
Mhm.
please.
She also, I'm assuming, has blood all over her hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But Cora will go back to the room with Thespis.
Thespis is still curled up in the blanket, but like they aren't as like tight. They've kind of loosened up a bit, and they're not a million miles
Still
away.
freaked, though.
They're still but like they're here, and just are, and like their eyes are still bloodshot, and just everything is still like are everyone's okay?
Yeah. Cora's hands are starting to shake a bit more now because she's like all adrenaline's kind of gone.
Yeah.
Like everyone's okay.
Yeah.
She's like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dalabash is helping the Dwyer's. Iva's in her room.
Thespis kind of reaches out for your hands,
Yeah, she'd give him.
and they hold your hands. Thank you. Sorry I couldn't do more, but
You did enough. You did enough. Not everyone is a fighter. You don't have to go out there and risk your life. You give support where you can.
yeah.
I
Heard
meant
it's
what I
doing.
said. No one expects you to fight. Not a single person here does.
I the monsters are gone for the night. They only come in one wave. I need fresh air. I'm going to go get Lily.
Dalabash is getting her.
I need fresh air. I'm going to go get Lily. She always makes me feel better. Just, a little spitfire. And I would prefer someone with better healing with the Dwyers. How did they seem?
Not themselves.
Yeah.
But they're okay.
Yeah. It can be a little scary like that. But they've never hurt any of us. Neither of them.
Not worried about that.
Okay. I just don't want anyone to think differently of them.
We all have a past. We all have things that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
Just some of this.
I'm gonna go get Lily and get some fresh air. And they kind of like pull their hands away and like lock pinkies with you. I'll be right back. And they kind of like unlink pinkies with you and stand up. And you don't see them doing the whole no negative emotions.
Yeah.
They stand up and just, okay, I'm going to go get Lily so that Dalabash can keep an eye. You should keep an eye on Ivor. I'll be okay. I'm not okay, but I'll be okay. And that's okay.
Yeah, it is.
I'll keep Lily occupied. But she should be here with them.
I agree.
All right. Thank you. You're a really good leader. Kind of pats your shoulder. Trust me, I've seen some bad ones.
Yeah.
They've written plays. And they kind of like, and then they head out. No bounce, no jingle, just a walk. They head downstairs.
Cora starts just wringing her hands because she's still like,
Yeah. And you do hear, as Thespis gets downstairs, hey, Walter, I'm gonna go get Lily. Dalash, you stay here. And you hear in a voice that's thawing, almost. Of a, yeah, I'd like to see my baby girl. And you can kind of hear that they're kind of coming down. Or rising back up, maybe.
yeah.
They're coming out of whatever this is. And you hear the front door open and then close. Wallace is downstairs with Dalabash and the Dwyers. Thespis goes to retrieve Lily and bring them back. After Dalabash finishes healing, she refuses to let Lily see all the blood. At least not her dad's and her aunt's. So Dalavash uses mending to fix the clothes and sends them off to their room, ensuring that as soon as Lily got in, that she would send her straight to them. But she doesn't want Lily seeing them anywhere near the blood. She doesn't want Lily to have that association.
Yeah,
so
understandably.
The Dwyers are sent off to a room. The door to Amir's room is still open. And most of the doors are still cracked. Thespis would have left the door open, so that you could go check on Ivor. The door to Amir's room is still open. As the Dwyers come upstairs, Cora, you kind of look up to see, like, you hear on like the door frame.
She kind of jolts a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like you look and you see Winter, but her eyes are back to normal. Normal eyes, bright blue. Hey, I just came to say thanks. Appreciate it.
For what? Sorry.
For the help. Everyone did their part. So thank you. Where's Ivor?
Just points to the door. Just in her room.
Alright, I was a bit cold with her. I need to apologize.
I think she'd appreciate it.
And you hear Walter's voice from across the hall, likely poking into like Amir and all them's room, and you hear him also back to normal. Of everyone doing all right in here? All patched up, okay? And you hear you hear kind of a exchange. And I'm fine. Walter, how are you? There's so much blood, and there was blood. You see, the great thing about healing is that now it's back on the inside where it should be.
That's my wrinkle brother. Love that.
Ivor, you would
My
likely
wrinkle
also.
brother.
Ivor, you would probably also hear the Dwyers. You'd hear the smile in their voice. You'd hear them cracking jokes, like checking in on people. And then you hear a,
Yeah?
Ivor, it's me, Winter. Can I pop my head in real quick?
Sure, I won't stop you.
Well, it's your room. You can if you want.
It's okay.
Okay. And you hear the door creak. I wanted to apologize. I was a bit too much to my namesake and was a bit cold. But I appreciate the shit out of what you did. You got gumption. You did good. I never want to piss you off, that's for sure.
She's just pretty much silent,
Yeah.
specifically because the tone that Winter and Walter were using is very similar to how she was being talked to before she died.
Winter doesn't know this,
Mhm,
and she would
no idea.
try and offer some comfort. I just want to let you know everyone's okay. I'm sorry if I scared you.
No, absolutely not. There's been more that scared me before.
Well, just because you've been through worse don't mean that something can't scare you a bit.
It's okay. Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm okay.
Like actually okay? Like no longer bleeding, okay?
Oh, no, I am fit as a fiddle. I got all patched up by the good Dr. Dalavage. Super nanny to the rescue, that's for sure. No more bleeding. We're all okay. Ivor, can I explain something to you real quick?
I won't stop you.
That's not an answer. If you don't want me to be here, I can leave.
No, it's okay. You can be here. If you want to tell me something, that's fine. I apologize. I'm caught in my head a little bit.
No, it's okay. That was objectively scary as shit. So, I don't blame you. I don't know what thoughts have you trapped in there. And I'm not going to tell you if you should or shouldn't worry. Because I don't know. I don't know your baggage. And I'm sorry if mine hurt you. It is my responsibility to make sure it doesn't do that. But I can assure you, I won't hurt you. I'm in control of that now. You should get some rest, doll. What's going on, Ivor?
Just remembering.
Is there anything I can do? Winter comes over and takes your hand, and you feel it's got that warmth again that you remember. She's, gives you a little squeeze, kind of like when you guys were dancing and hanging out. Just she gives you that squeeze.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I do.
What is it?
I have a question for you.
I hopefully got an answer.
It sounds kind of weird. So you know how I said that I can sometimes see things?
Yeah.
This is kind of like that. She's not going to explain the fact that, she's dreaming
Yeah.
their memories.
Right.
But...
Yeah. All right. Okay. Lay it on me.
There's points in time, every so often, where I see things from people's perspectives.
Okay.
And I've seen things from you and your brothers.
Okay.
This isn't important, so if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. I'm just trying to distract
It's okay.
myself.
Trust me, I am all about distracting people.
When you guys talked to each other, there were these little flashes. And I'm curious.
What color your voice is?
I was just curious what it was.
Oh. Trust me, when people realize what it is, their first question is what they look like. It's,
Then I won't bother you with that.
No, I don't mind. Well, not from you anyway. It's synesthesia. It means that there's some sort of neurological crossway in my brain that sounds cause the stimulation of color. And Walter and I both have it. It's slightly different for the two of us, but it's very similar. And we got every reason to believe that Lily probably also has it. It is genetic. It's not a hindrance. And in fact, at our old job, we were able to utilize it in a way. Yours is a light green. Kind of like the soft grass we had at home. Not this stocky shit. It's, the stuff you want to run barefoot through. That's what your voice sounds like. Well, it looks like.
If I show something to you, will you keep it secret?
Well, lucky for you, I am great at keeping people up. I'm great at keeping other people's secrets.
Okay. So, you told me what that one sounds like.
Yes.
Chelsea. Sorry. So at me.
How about this one?
Come again.
My actual voice, I mean.
Well, it's gone a bit more blue. Like sky blue. Still in the cool spectrum, but I ain't gonna ask. And if you want to tell me, you can. But I can understand wanting to leave lives behind and disconnecting from an identity. I will say, I like them both.
The one I've been using is modeled after my aunt's.
That's very nice. I would say you do it very well, but I also have no context, so it might be terrible, but it sounds great.
Very different world. The only other person that knows is Dimitri.
Why am I not surprised?
For reasons. It's a long story. I come from a family where secrecy is very important. Keeping secrets is very important. I think it's part of the reason why I ended up here. It's too good at keeping them. And my first thought was I didn't want anyone knowing who I was. I don't think it matters now, because clearly no one is from where I'm from. But I think I kind of stuck with it too long, so.
Well, whatever voice you want to use with me, that's fine. As long as I get to talk to you.
I know this sounds like an odd question, but I'm pretty sure that Magna is going to be staying with Amir, and Cora is going to be staying with Vespers, and I don't really want to sleep alone. Clearly you don't have to. Just blocking them.
Well, how can I refuse?
You can say no.
How can I refuse such lovely company? Okay, maybe this ain't the best time for this, but I'm gonna ask. Is anything that I'm laying out being reciprocated, or am I being a creep?
I'm sorry?
I've kind of been trying to flirt with you for a few days, and I wanted to make sure that, and you did just invite me to stay the night, so I just wanted to ask, am I overstepping boundaries, or?
Beet red. She's just beet red.
You don't need to give me an answer now, and in fact, if I have just ruined all of this, I will just continue to put my foot in my mouth. I don't want to be a creep. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. And you can tell me no, and I will back off. Trust me, I can take rejection. It is fine.
So, she, in a sense of panic, is kind of breathing a little bit funny, because she's like, oh fuck, I completely missed all of that, and I was sitting here thinking that she was just being polite to me, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this situation, because I wasn't remotely interested in anybody up until this point. What? Yeah.
Queer panic.
Yeah.
I was experiencing queer panic for the first time.
I wasn't interested in pretty much anyone up until this point, and like, she was really pretty, and I didn't know how to handle that, and she was being really nice to me, but you know, everyone that I've known pretty much has been really nice to me, and now I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and like, she's been flirting with me this entire time, and she probably thinks I'm an asshole, and in all of that, she's just gonna grab onto her arms, and then reach up onto her face, and just kiss her.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
Fucking hell yeah.
This is it. Queer shit. Yes.
Delicious.
Finally some good fucking food.
A whole meal.
A whole goddamn meal.
Winter went from, listen, if I'm being a bit too forward, and gets cut off with a kiss.
Yeah.
And Winter stiffens and then just like melts. And kind of like puts a hand on the small of your back and another hand gently on the back of your head, just very gently, and holds the
Yeah,
kiss
bitch.
for a bit.
Yeah, bitch.
Yes.
And then pulls back. I like your gumption.
Don't look at me. Don't perceive me. Do not perceive me.
Do not look.
I like your gumption.
Can't hear you, Jen. You gotta be
We can
closer.
hear you.
I didn't know what else I was supposed to do.
Well, that is definitely an option.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm not. I will say, if I am to keep you company, I probably don't want to be sleeping in these clothes, so I'm gonna take off the top layers, because combat vests ain't the most comfortable to sleep in. But you don't need to worry none. I'm a little out of practice with is doing hand gestures and then realizes that that's falling flat.
It's just silence.
Yeah, with romantic endeavors. Or whatever this is. But how about we just let it be whatever it is? Okay? We don't need to put labels on nothing. We don't need to rush into nothing. I wouldn't mind kissing again in the future, though. That would be fine by me.
I don't know what I'm doing at all. I've been courted by plenty of people, but I've never done.
You know, it's okay.
Ivor's still having a crisis.
Yeah. It's okay. Take it one step at a time. First step is sleep. For both of us.
I think if Cora's not busy, I want to check in with her.
Of course.
Like before.
Yeah, go for it. I'm just gonna go check on Walter real quick, and we'll reconvene back here. Okay.
I feel like they're about to do the same fucking thing.
I know. Yeah.
So Winter
Yes.
awkwardly walks out and just, down the hall.
Bless her.
Down the hall.
Cora did close the door to the room.
Okay.
So, just letting you know.
I'm trying to feel around because she doesn't know where Cora is.
The room, yeah.
She doesn't know what room they're in, so she's gonna.
I thought it was the room across. It was the room across from hers.
I think so.
Yeah, but she also doesn't know what room she's in.
That's
Right.
also fair. Okay, there you go. That is fair.
So she just Cora.
You would have heard slight pacing and then a stop and just open the door. Just, are you okay?
I don't know. I need help.
Okay. Do in here in yours?
I don't care.
Okay, there's just a lot on the floor in here. Okay, just brings her in. Just closes the door. What?
I might have panicked.
Okay. I
I
just
kissed
talked to you
Winter.
20 minutes ago.
I kissed
You
Winter.
Kissed Winter.
I kissed Winter.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know what I'm supposed. I don't know why I did that.
Walter's gonna be really happy, so is Magna when they find out. Okay.
What?
They might have made an agreement to like it's not important. Okay, how do you feel afterwards? I haven't really okay. How are you feeling after that?
Um, terrified.
Okay.
I don't.
I
Don't
I
know
don't
what I'm
really
supposed
wanted
to
to
do.
help.
I don't know if I can talk to her again. I don't.
Well, I mean, you should talk to her again
I
after
know I
that.
should, but I don't know if I can. And I.
Well, I understand that, like, you feel like you can't, but you're gonna be perceived as kind of a dick if you don't.
No, because the thing is, I want to, but I'm also petrified because I don't know what I'm supposed to say after that. Because usually I know what I'm doing in every situation that I'm in, and I can at least figure it out.
You're rambling a lot. Hey, question. It's a really important question I didn't answer from. When you kissed her, did she kiss you back?
Yeah.
Okay, I can tell you from watching for the past 2-ish days, Winter is crazy about you. The entire time in the sauna, not from the heat, because she was like it before. Red face. When you danced, red face. She was so excited to dance with you. You're not the only person freaking out, trust me. All you have to do is talk. That's it. And I promise Winter will listen to anything you say.
I might have invited her to stay with me. It was before. Because I don't.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Get to know each other better.
Okay.
And hey, guess what you can also do? You can confide your fears in Winter. Because I'm guessing she probably feels the same way.
Okay, I'm going to let you get back to whatever you were doing.
Okay.
Today did not go how I thought it was going to go.
Do you want help back to your room?
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
She's just gonna just leave.
Okay.
Alright. You make your way back to your room. Yes, a very similar conversation happened between Walter and Winter, except when Winter...
How loud was it?
You don't hear what's said, except for one...
You hear talking.
You hear talking, and you hear... as soon after you go into the room and you start talking, you hear this, "Holy shit!" from Walter. But then like a... and some more talking. And then you all, eventually you head back over to your room. Soon after you hear another, "It's me."
You're staying in here, so you can come in.
Still, I am a guest, and I feel I shouldn't just barge on in. And she kind of walks in and like shuts the door behind her. And you no longer hear her boots. You hear like more padded. It's like, I already kicked off my boots. And you hear her kind of like drop them by the door. And just, well, I don't know about you, but I'm beat. I think we should probably get some sleep.
Probably, yeah.
Right. I will warn you. In my sleep, I sort of gravitate towards whatever's warm. So if you'd rather I not sleep on the bed with you, that's fine, because there is a high probability that I am a bit of a cuddle bug, I guess, has been called in the past. That sounds so stupid coming from my mouth. It sounds cuter when someone else says it. It sounds creepy when you say it about yourself. So if you prefer I sleep, I can literally just sleep right here, laying down, not standing. Though I probably could sleep standing if I was tired enough. And you can tell just nerves.
Crisis. Gay panic.
And you remember Cora saying, she's probably freaking out as much as you are. And you're hearing it in her voice.
Seeing
now.
it.
Yes.
Well, you can do whatever you're most comfortable with. I will say, you should probably sleep in the bed considering what you just went through. I can sleep on the floor if you want me to.
Heavens, no. No, listen. If you don't mind, I don't mind sharing a bed. I mean, I was asking for your sake.
2 nights of bed tropes? Oh, man.
This is not where I was expecting it to go. I was not expecting it this episode.
If you want to share a bed, I mean, cuddling is not inherently anything. It is just a way to. I'm making a downright ass of myself. If you are comfortable sharing a bed, I don't mind. If you would prefer to not, I cannot in good faith put you on the floor.
I think all of this is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But in a good way.
Yeah.
So it would be... Yeah, okay.
Okay. And listen, if at any point you want to kick me off the bed, do it. I might not. I might sleep through it. So it might not even be a problem if you kick me off the bed. And if I do wake up, I promise you I will conk right back to sleep. You can kind of like hear the chuckle. Like.
Okay.
You get cozy. I'm just gonna take the, and you like hear like unbuckling of basically what would have been her leather armor, quote unquote. You hear kind of like some unbuckling. Like it's supposed to stop bullets and teeth. And it also stops sleep if you keep wearing it long enough. She kind of like drops it by her shoes.
She's trying so hard not to be awkward.
Oh, bless her.
She's so good.
She kind of like awkwardly shuffles. She kind of sits on the bed next to you. Just, you get comfortable. I can literally sleep in any position.
Just come on.
And you two lay in the bed. So you two are now sharing bed.
Join the club. It's great.
Sitting here and it's like my parents would be so upset with me.
Oh God.
And you guys get comfortable. After a while, you do hear. Well, you guys probably conked out relatively soon after, because Winter would have been out.
Ivor's still probably up for a little bit because.
Okay. Yeah. Winter is out. She
didn't take very long.
Her body demanded shutdown after.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So you two, Magna, basically what happens is Birin has, Birin kind of pulls you aside as Dimitri is sitting with the mirror and just, you are more than welcome to stay in here. Might not be a lot of sleep happening for a little while until we know that it is safe for him to sleep. So if you want to go get some sleep, that's fine.
It's okay. I've got my chair. I'll just sit and help where I can.
You've done a lot. I appreciate it. And if you want to stay, I'm not going to ask you to leave.
It's okay. I'll just sit.
I do actually want to talk to you for a brief moment. You've not done anything wrong. Actually, quite the opposite.
Okay, I was going to say, am I in trouble?
No.
Oh god, not again! Not again!
What did I do?
You see, just buff, beefy dragonborn. Just, no, if you had done something wrong, I would not be letting you stay in the same room as my husband.
Oh.
No, I just would rather him not here. Maybe.
Okay.
Darling, we'll be right back. And you hear Amir mutter something in a language that you recognize as Draconic. You don't know what's being said, but Amir...
Jason's like, let me check, though.
Do you know Draconic?
No, I don't.
I
know a ton of languages, but
Not
Draconic
yet.
isn't
You know
one
what's
of
funny
them.
too? I want to say Monk, I'm pretty sure also later gets like a language thing too.
Oh, I get a lot of languages, but none of them are Draconic.
Not
There's a
yet.
point later that you
That's
get all
true.
languages.
Yeah,
Or you can
I have
understand,
no
like, all
idea.
languages.
Maybe.
I think.
So you just hear Amir
Except
kind of
for a
say
while.
something softly, and like you can recognize the guttural, like the strength of it, that it's Draconic. And Viren kind of just shakes her head and pats your back.
Haha, you're so funny.
I totally get I am included in this conversation.
I'm a part of this.
No, I'm accepting that I don't know Draconic.
And about when you two step into the hallway is when you see, you hear footsteps rushing up the stairs, but they are much softer, much smaller, much lighter than any of the footsteps you've heard so far.
Is it Lily?
And Birin just kind of like hearing it, puts an arm around you, backs you up towards the wall, and they step back, and you see Lily booking it
Booking it.
down the hall. Daddy, Daddy! And like you see her throw open the door.
Oh, she's so worried.
Oh, sweet baby angel.
Oh no! And Winter's not in there.
Oh shit! She gonna learn something tonight. Oh my god.
Fuck.
She's gonna learn something.
You see a door throw open, like you hear Thespis go, last one, and that like because you see her almost throw open Ivor and Winters, and Thespis is like last one.
No.
And Lily kind of like hops on one foot to like keep the momentum going down to the next door.
Oh,
And
what?
throws open
An
the door.
animated little bean. I love it.
Throws open the door, and you just hear, I and Walter's like, it's okay, come here, and like.
Sweet baby.
You kind of like see Walter's arms kind of like wrap around Lily and kind of like pick her up like it's nothing, and he just like shuts the door, and you hear kind of a muffled like, it's okay, it's okay.
Lily. Oh no.
Remember, she died in her dad's arms, so.
Stop.
Fuck you.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop
Stop
it.
it.
I was
Stop
very
it.
aware of
Stop
that.
So Thespis then kind of goes into chorus room, and after these next two little bits, we are wrapping up because it is almost 2:45.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
it's very late for you.
So you all, Birin is standing in the hallway with you. He goes, Amir told me that you stopped by this morning.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah.
Amir also told me that Gideon stopped by this morning.
Yeah, that also happened.
You were there when Gideon was there.
I was.
What did you see?
Oh, Bjorn's about to kill Gideon.
There was a discussion of Wallace. difference of opinion, maybe. Seemed pretty defensive. Both sides. I mean, I got mad. Really mad. Gideon was also mad. Almost clawed a hole in your wall.
You see just the eyelid twitching.
It's okay, it's not there anymore.
Oh, she's
And that's the most damage that I could see.
And she gives a huff, and smoke comes out of her nostrils.
Oh, she's
Where's the fucking nut button? Jesus Christ! Smack that button, my god.
Even Magnus like, ooh.
It's like, Jesus.
like, oh.
Just objectively
shit.
speaking, like, damn.
Ooh.
Amir, your wife is hot.
Just, I know, right?
Yeah.
Hobbling out of the
Yeah,
room.
sure is.
Just hobbling out of the room for just yeah.
Yeah.
Just, oh, it's a concussion talking. Don't listen.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
God.
Fuck.
But she kind of... When... I'm going to be up front. Some of their conversations in the past. And she kind of just crack.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Bitch.
nut.
Like, her arms are
Ooh,
crossed
ooh.
over her chest.
Ooh, wee.
Like,
Ooh-wee.
Wee.
I know what he's
Oofa
capable
doofa.
of. I feel like there may be more that I don't know. Amir is trusting. Too trusting. And even he doesn't trust Gideon. I know what he's capable of. If there was more that you saw of what he did to my husband, I request you tell me,
Oh, shit.
because he won't. I don't know if it's concern, but I am likely to believe that Amir doesn't know what
I
was
was
done.
about to double die.
And I am not one to punish without knowing what all they deserve. So, I think you can understand me being concerned for Amir. Thank you for stepping in. I appreciate it more than you know. I appreciate you. I can't hear
Just a
you.
little bit. Oh, I was gonna say his ears go red a little bit.
Oh. And he does hold you in high regard. To a notable extent. He holds most people to some sort of high regard, but noteworthy.
That sounds like him.
Noteworthy holds you in high regard. He likes you.
That sounds like him.
And normally I'm not one to like someone just because he does, because he likes about everyone. But you seem like a good guy.
Thank you. I'd like to believe that.
I also think you know that if you hurt my husband,
Yes.
good.
Okay.
You do not need to explain further.
That's a
I
promise.
understand.
Trust me, I have given Dimitri the same conversation, and it lasted about just as long.
See why.
And you
No,
do see.
no offense to you.
You see her crack a grin. Oh no,
It's fucking terrifying.
I know. But he trusts you. I'm gonna trust you.
Thank you.
I am also gonna trust that if you see Gideon near Amir again, and they're alone, intervening, yes. Tell me immediately, yes. Thank you.
If I can help it, I would like to be there before Gideon gets there.
Well, considering that you've been one of our early riser guests, I think it'll be fine. And don't feel bad about not getting there sooner. Gideon knows what he's doing. And that's the problem. But you shouldn't feel bad. If nothing else, they said that Amir got mad. I'm sure I've seen him angrier. And Gideon should be glad that he still has his top layer of skin. So.
Okay. Duly noted.
Oh, fuck.
And viewer, and she's got like kind of like a proud smile on her face as she kind of like pats your arm, Magna.
Oh shit.
Let's get
Magna
it.
can die happy now. That's it. That was the goal. So we win, right?
You
Yeah,
win
we
Nexilis!
won the
We
ca-
win.
won
We
the
play both of the
campaign.
Nexilis.
Exactly. No.
So.
Actually, just after that whole conversation, I know Magna's going to go sit in the chair.
Okay.
But he's going to walk over to Amir first.
Okay.
And he's just gonna kiss him on the forehead.
That's it. Casper's dead. You killed it.
You won.
Little cow nose kisses. Little wet cow nose.
And,
Yes, little wet cow nose.
What did you sound so angry about that?
You walk over.
Because you're right.
You walk over to the bed. You walk over to the bed and like lean down. And like as you're leaning down, like Amir's kind of been like a little groggy because
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna remember it
Concussion.
exactly, but
it's
Concussion.
just a lot.
Fun time.
Just a lot.
yeah.
And you kiss his forehead, and you hear just this happy little like this little hum. And like he kind of
Something
just
bad can happen to him again.
Oh yeah, no, there's absolutely no way.
Casper, I know you're across the country, but that won't stop me. These hands are for you.
we will revoke your shin privileges.
That's fair.
I drove
Yeah, shins
42
gone.
I drove 42 fucking hours to move to California. I'll drive 60 to beat your ass.
Oh, it's okay. I'll take the 20 some odd,
I was like,
and I'll
Jason's
meet you
much
there.
closer. Jason,
I'll
yeah.
I'll meet you there.
I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care, Casper.
So, Amir like kind of gives that happy little hum and like kind of reaches up, and like as you have your lips pressed to his forehead, you feel
Little
like his
cow
hand
nose.
kind of like against your cheek, and just
That's so cute.
we may need to have the tots delivered in the morning, but as long as you're okay with that.
It's okay. I think I can go one day without them.
Oh, I don't think I can.
Oh, well, if you want, then that's different.
Totally different story.
That's very different. You get whatever you want, sweet boy.
Yeah, he can have whatever he
Summer
wants.
child.
He deserves the world.
Yeah, and like as like just kind of like pats your cheek again, just. Again, thank you. for everything today. Twice in one day.
Knight in furry armor.
Well, it is to pay you back.
I certainly have not done quite enough, but...
Oh, hush. You sure have.
Well, I'll not fight you on it, mostly because I am trying not to throw up, but...
That's okay, I will get you a bucket.
Thank you.
And I will also be in the corner, in the chair. And I'm pretty sure Dimitri will be up all night. And I'm pretty sure Biren will not be sleeping.
Oh, I know. And I know if it's good for me, I won't either.
I kill him every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just wake up.
Yeah, it's like, wait, Biren, darling. And he kind of reaches over and, like, takes Biren's hand and kind of pulls him and, like, starts whispering in her ear. And you see her kind of like, looks to you, Magna. We may actually have something at the bakery that could help, so I'm going to go get that. I know where it is. You get the bucket, just in case. Dimitri,
Keep watch, for lack of a better term.
you stay here with him.
Dimitri, you're doing amazing. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And Dimitri, you can tell that Dimitri is not quite as pale as he was earlier. And you can tell as Viren is like, and Dimitri, you stay here. And Dimitri says, in that tone of his, I'll keep a good eye on him.
Fucking.
Wow, Dimitri. No, Magna's gonna, as he's sitting down in the chair, as he moved back to the chair, he's sitting down in the chair and he looks over at Dimitri and he's just, you're not bad.
Development.
Dimitri just, well, I'm bad at things. But, you know, I think a certain someone softened me up a bit. And he kind of like gives like a little nudge to like Amir's upper arm. And to me, and Amir, he's Biren's left. He's almost seeming drunk. And if you know that if Biren is willing to walk away, that Amir's going to be okay.
Yeah.
But Amir is just, I do not get full credit for that. You, mister, and kind of like puts like a lone finger like on Amir, on Dimitri's chest. And like, it goes like up.
Yeah. What a goof.
Are such a softie. I'm sorry. But you really
Calling his
are.
ass out.
And he
So
kind of
the
like
so
cups.
Magnus just like, so the secrets come out.
And like you say that, and Dimitri goes to like kind of sass you, and Amir just kind of cups Dimitri's face, which immediately shuts him up. Just, that's what I like about you. Kind of pat, pat, and then just
Smear.
staring at the ceiling.
It's like,
Oh,
need to
if
stop
Dimitri
moving.
could
I need
only
to stop
see
moving.
the shit-eating grin on Magnus' face. Right
Dimitri is sitting there,
You can feel it.
now. Oh, he can feel it. He
Feel
can
it.
feel it. Yeah, he can
And
feel it.
Dimitri is like his eye, like his face is facing down towards Amir, and you see the faintest little.
Yeah.
Yes! 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 Yes!
And
We
Dimitri
love to
Oh, I
see
need-
it.
And Dimitri just,
We love to see it.
Dimitri just, you're some kind of cruel, and Amir just, I'm the worst, I know.
Magnus like chuckling in the corner to
Yeah.
himself. Of course he
Dimitri,
is.
and you're an accomplice, like just at you.
You're a fucking dick. That's okay.
Yeah, well, got this one, so doing all right.
Queer.
Now,
I
if you
love
speak
it.
a word of this to anyone.
Oh yeah, no, that definitely staying between us.
Oh,
That's
That's understood.
yes.
yeah, no, that's yeah.
And then
Ivor hears about it. She will not let it go.
It's
Oh,
every-
Ivor's the
it's all
last
over the
person I'm gonna
town.
tell. The last person, because we know
All over
that's just.
town.
I'm just handing you
No,
ammunition.
She would not gossip. she would just
Hang
pick
over
at him with
Dimitri's
it.
head. Yep.
Yeah, because I know that's just feeding you ammunition, and I'm not gonna do it. Not
It's
gonna
okay,
do
she'll
it.
learn it on her own.
Oh yeah, of course.
So, lastly, before we go to bed, because it is after 3 and I have to be up at like 9.
Christ, Casper.
It's fine. I can take a nap. You,
Yeah, pretty much that's what it's gonna be.
yeah. Thespis, eventually comes back. Thespis does seem to be in a bit better spirits. They are still a little frazzled. But they're not curling into themselves. They've still got a little, like, like the energy is kind of coming back. But they seem tired. And Thespis kind of just like, as they're opening the door, knock knock.
She's just pacing.
Yeah.
At first, and just
Thespis.
hi.
Um.
I thought you were gonna stay with Lily. I bet I didn't.
No. She is quite adamant about being with her dad.
Makes sense.
So I just wanted to check on you.
You can come in if you'd like. You don't have to
Thespis
stay out in the hallway.
steps in and shuts the door. Everyone's okay.
Good.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
That's fair.
I will be, I think, but I don't know.
It's okay to not be okay in the moment.
Yeah.
Do you want to be alone?
If you need to go, that's fine.
What? No. I don't.
Not what I was asking.
I don't need to go. Basically, everyone that's up is accompanied. I checked on Wallace. Larkin is with him. Lily's with Walter. I assume.
I
Winter's...
don't know where Winter is.
Yeah, I don't know where Winter is. But I'm going to use.
Know where she is. I know where she is. She's fine.
Is she with?
She's fine.
Okay. All right. I'll assume through deduction and completely unrelated reasons that Ivor's also fine. And I know that Amir and Birin and all them. So, and Dalavash got home safe. I saw her get home when I was walking Lily back. So,
Oh no, you are silent.
Me?
No, Chelsea.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And I know that Claudius and Richard and all of them went home
Yeah, everyone's safe at
a while
home.
ago. So
Yeah, everyone's fine.
yeah.
So, I thought I could perhaps crash here again,
Sure.
if it's not a bother.
No.
I never want to assume, but bad, terrible dream aside, it was nice to not be alone.
Get what you mean.
And I feel like if I am to cry in front of anyone, that I trust you the most.
Oh god, this is okay.
I'm glad, I think.
I don't know what that was supposed to mean. It's a good thing. I'm not used to feeling...
Glad you're not.
Huh?
Glad you're not covering it up.
No, I remember when I tried that the first time.
Good.
Thank you. I kind of got into the habit of shoving it down and ignoring it. And I don't think I've cried that much in a long time, but I feel better after.
Good. I'm not gonna lie. On the topic of not shoving it down, because I realized I was saying it too. No, I don't really want to be alone. I know everyone's fine, and it's not what's causing it. I guess tonight kind of reminded me that this isn't just like a resting place, I guess, and a lot of stuff just caught up with me, and tears kind of form. I'm pretty scared.
That's just walks over and kind of like, just very gently. I'm not gonna say it's okay, because it's kind of clearly not. But we'll get through it together. Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be scared.
I've been scared the whole time.
That's sadly the price you pay, not being and they kind of like do it like this, like a little gesture of their fingers, and you see just the briefest illusion of like red strings, like a puppet. It's like
neat puppets.
It's kind of the price you pay for not being that, I've learned.
I much prefer not being that, but
It still sucks.
a lot of it comes from before. So.
Well, if you want to talk, again, I don't need to sleep.
I don't think I'm gonna get to sleep tonight, if I'm entirely honest.
Well, then I'll stay up with you. Have you ever done shadow puppets?
A long time ago, yeah.
I got some really cool tricks if you want to see them.
Sure.
It's kind of cheating, but they still look really cool.
I'd be more than happy to see them.
And so Thespis helps you get your mind off of things by doing shadow puppets, but then you can tell that they're like holding their hands up and then they're just like purely using illusion magic. It's like, look how cool this is. And like, again,
look at it!
They know they're cheating.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how they work to cheer you up. Since they really don't know what else to do.
Spill the tea. Give something for Thespis to fucking geek over.
No. It's not on her like top priority list. She's not fucking Ivor.
Listen, she doesn't gossip to other people. She just rubs it in the face of the person it's about.
So. And that, everyone, is...
That was a long session.
Yep. That is a almost 7-hour session under our belts.
And we did not get to the next day.
Actually, we got to everything I wanted.
Yeah, well, technically, Yeah, I guess it's like
Yeah.
We are
Early
technically in the next day.
yeah.
We just
was-
haven't had a sleep since then.
Yes. So we
Exactly.
did hit everything that I wanted. And then some. Good God. So everyone.
There's always gonna be a little queer at the end. Just
Yeah,
sprinkle it in.
come on.
You hit us with a lot of trauma, you're gonna get a lot of queer.
That's true. So, if you want to watch when this goes up, all of the previous sessions have been uploaded onto YouTube. If you want to catch up to see what's led to this point, you can go onto the YouTube, which is in the chat. We will be working to get this last session divided up and uploaded.
It'll be like 2 or 3 parts. I'm not entirely sure how it's gonna fall.
We'll see.
We'll find out. Probably like where the intermissions are is probably where it's gonna get cut. So probably 3 parts.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
pretty good spots.
Be sure to follow all of us on Twitter. I have just dropped all of our Twitter handles in the chat.
Yeah.
Mine's
Mine's easy. It's the same as my Twitch name.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
go on ahead. And if you post any art or make any posts about this or what have you, please use the hashtag welcome to Nexilis. We would love to find it. If it is artwork, we will put it in our intermission video. So much gay shit this session. Good
Yeah.
So right.
Oh God.
If I do not get ship art from y'all, I will be very sad. I'm looking at you, Jenny and Jason.
I'm gonna do what I can.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna force. So thank you all.
Don't
so
get to
much.
kiss a mirror again until you do it.
See, that's
No,
why I'm
already
like,
picturing cuddle poses.
I have like a list of things that I have to go through, and I'm like, that's a lot of drawing.
Yeah. No pressure, for real. No pressure.
We'll just get
There's
together and
lot
have
of
a draw
pressure
sesh on Discord.
on myself. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
So, all right, everyone. I do need to go because it's 3:15, and I have to be up early in the morning to take Nessa to an
How
appointment.
dare you?